A very good morning to everybody. A very good morning there, guys. It's good to be with you here on the 19th of August. We are at 1 minute after 9 and we are ready for the opening bell. Welcome. We are streaming live from Johannesburg, Sandton. It's really, really good to be with you. Before we do get started, guys, please remember that the information we discuss in the video is opinion and should not be construed as advice in any way, yeah? All right, let's get going. I see you there, Angelique. Good morning to you. Let's get into the markets here this morning, guys, and see what's happening. We will be checking out our AUD Swiss franc. We have some gold on the list as well as the S&P 500. But maybe just some fundies or fundamentals, dropping them in for you guys. Regarding the silver, it did drop a little bit below the $38 per ounce. It has lost its earlier gains, and gold actually rose above $3,330 per ounce as traders balance these peace talks. There's a lot of optimism with uncertainty about the Fed's next move on those interest rates. Remember, there's a 84% chance that the interest rate cut is coming at 0.25%. Meanwhile, Trump obviously did, meet with Putin. He also met with the European leaders and Ukraine's President Zelensky. He also spoke and obviously arranged that specific thing is to arrange a Putin and Zelensky meeting, possibly followed by what he's calling a trilateral summit with Trump. And markets are seeing this as a positive step. But obviously remain a bit cautious about the real progress that's happening behind the scenes. And so you also want to watch out for the Federal Reserve at Jackson Hole Symposium. Investors are waiting for Fed Chair Jerome Powell's speech this week. That's Thursday, Friday. And like I said, that 0.25% is the cut that is seen to come. All right. And then obviously we're checking out the U.S. futures this morning, S&P 500, a little unchanged. Very choppy yesterday. Look at the 1 hour frame here on the S&P 500. This was yesterday's movement. Look at that. Very, very choppy. S&P very flat. So investors await the retailer earnings, Home Depot, Target, and Walmart. Now we're looking at a possible short to the downside here, guys. So we are looking at the hour and the minute frames at this point in time. So it is a short to medium intraday trade. We're not looking at the daily frame at all at this point in time. We are way above the support of 6236, as you can see right there. And so we are looking at shorting it, but we need to wait. All right, not engaging yet. We would need price to first break below this 6427 area here. Reason for that is we're looking for the slipway on a previous move that actually happened right over here. All right, so we're waiting for price to push down. Once it breaks below this area, that becomes an area of momentum that we can actually get into. That's going to be our zone right there. So we're waiting for 6427 once it breaks there. And obviously, I'm not going to leave out the fact that there are traders that are obviously looking at this 6439 as the immediate break and entry. that's just a different take. That's a different way of interpreting it. We obviously look at different options, different ways. We don't tell our clients where they should get in, but we obviously, from an educational and training perspective, we give them, different views so that you can obviously, or they can make up their own mind as it relates to their entries. But we're seeing a stronger follow through below the 642 and then we might just push down to this area. But I will be tracking this in the trading room, live this afternoon at 2:00. So you might as well just join me over there to see what has happened throughout the day. Obviously, for now, at this point in time, you can see the S&P 500 right here is at the support. So it is looking more bearish at this point in time. We'll be tracking it at 12 o'clock this afternoon, midday, to see. And then obviously 2 o'clock, see there's a possible trade there. Also, the AUD Swiss franc is looking pretty bearish this morning here, guys. We're looking at a possible drop here. The M12 support and the H1 support level or zone that we've highlighted here seems to be the zones that we are looking at for now. Smaller moves, it's about a 13-point move. And then obviously right at the bottom here is more of a daily movement, all right, or daily support. That is not what we're checking out at this point in time. We are only looking at it from the minute and the hourly frames, all right? So that is a short to medium term trade at this point in time. You can see that it is, if I do put on my period separators here, you can see I've put it on now. It hasn't moved, as much as we'd like. And one of the things about the AUD Swiss franc is you can see it tends to, or has the proclivity to, bunch up or really contract and have a lot of, candles that's bunched together, and then it makes a big move. And this is not always great because obviously it can be unpredictable, and this can become a bit of a challenge when you're trying to do a risk and reward, and also requires a bit of patience, all right, because it takes a bit of time. But at the TD Markets Academy, we obviously do look at different types of assets. We look at different types of behavior. Why? So that you guys can have a different set of or a set of understanding with different instruments. So you're not only trading the majors, whether it be stocks, whether it be forex, whether it be the major commodities that move a lot, but some of the miners as well, getting used to them because there's obviously opportunities there as well. So we're looking to see what happens here, guys. It has broken through that trend already, so that's just a technical tool you can use. We don't depend on them, we just utilize them to give a bit more clarity and a bit more follow through with the momentum, all right? So at this point in time, it looks like it's a bit bearish. The structure looks bearish. We got our lows, our lower highs in the structure. So we're currently just correcting up here in this specific channel now. Let's see what happens later on. And then obviously the gold price, we have seen it push down to the support here at 3330, as I've mentioned. We're seeing it move a little bit higher due to that interest rate cut from the Fed. That is the sentiment. And that 84% chance is giving the dollar the weakness, all right? But there has been a bit of strength in the dollar. It's come up a little bit with the, immediate intervention there from Trump and, Trump stepping in with Putin and Zelensky. So that's given a bit of positive sentiment with the people moving their cash away from the safe haven assets and obviously moving it to the US, the more riskier areas. So we're seeing, it having an opposite effect over here, though. All right. So it's very mixed, very unpredictable at this point. So there's no major big moves right now. The moves that we're actually looking for is if price breaks these structures, then we push with the gold to the upside, or if we break below the structure and we push down here, that's going to be brilliant moves in the gold price. This is an hour frame at this point in time. That's a medium term. Look at that. It's a medium term movement. So we're really just consolidating really in the minute frames leading up to the hour. So we have to wait and see what happens. So what you can do here is, if you are a person that does use the technical tools, you can obviously use some trend lines over there and just look at the momentum and when it does break. So if it breaks above this trend line here, then there is some follow through as to the momentum, and we could be pushing back up. So let me just actually put something there so you guys can see it for yourself. we'll be looking at this movement. If we do break above there, pushing up, you can see it. There has been some movement previously to the upside if you look at it. So, but we'll have to break above first before we can push through there. And obviously, the opposite then also remains true here from a technical standpoint. But watch the fundamentals. Check us out at 2 o'clock this afternoon, guys. We'll be watching the gold price as well as the USD CAD. We're seeing that it's also really just trapped between the minute leading up to the hour frames at this point in time. From a daily perspective, guys, you can see the structure east to the upside here. We've created a lower high, and we're going to see what the CPI holds this afternoon. That's at 2:30 p.m., the fundamentals over there. So we're going to be tracking that one today. Join me in the trading room. We're going to be seeing if there's anything there with the USD CAD, the Euro CAD, the GBP CAD. I'll be looking at quite a few CAD pairs there to see if there's any opportunity to spot there. All right. And we're looking at the CPI, the consumer price index, on a monthly basis and a year-to-year basis. All right, 0.3% on the month-on-month. We're going to see what the spending has been like there. Well, that's the forecast, 0.3%. And then the median CPI year-on-year is 3.1%. So we're going to see what's changed, from last year up until now. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. I'll be checking through that this afternoon at 2 o'clock. That's the live trading room. So don't forget to join us. And then obviously join us in our classes, guys, our training classes there. That's this morning here at 10 a.m. and then at 3:30 and at 6 o'clock tonight. There's 3 sessions during the day, Mondays to Fridays. And if you've not gotten in with TD Markets and the Academy yet, guys, remember, just open up an account with us. Visit www.tdmarkets.com. Email us at care@tdmarkets.com if you're already a member. If you're not, you're more than welcome to as well. Our support team is ready for you guys to help you and make sure that you have a great experience with your most trusted broker. All right, guys, that's me, Ashley Reeve, this morning with the opening bell. Thanks for tuning in. I see you guys later at 2 o'clock in the live trading room. Have a good one. Ciao, ciao.